himself. He was the UN envoy for HIV and AIDS from 2001 to 2006, and so he did a lot of traveling across different parts of sub-Saharan Africa, and while he was there, he saw that community-based organizations really were at the forefront of the HIV and AIDS response, and so he set about to create a foundation where we could channel funds directly to these community-based experts so that they can continue to turn the tide of the AIDS pandemic. And so the foundation launched in 2003 with his daughter Ilana Landsberg-Lewis, who's at the helm. She's our executive director. And since 2003, the SLF has partnered with over 300 community-based organizations, doing 1,100 different initiatives. And then the Grandmothers campaign, where that comes in, is in 2006. We knew that there was a need, hearing from the organizations on the ground, that many of the orphans who were left behind were being taken care of by their grandmothers. And so there needed to be support for those grandmothers who were now raising a generation of children. And so the Grandmothers to Grandmothers campaign came about, where it's groups of grandmothers across Canada, over 240 groups, who hold fabulous events, from small to big, from complicated to the really simple, to be able to support organizations that support grandmothers in Africa.
People don't understand, especially in Africa, people still regard HIV and AIDS as a myth. They regard it as people who have been bewitched. That's why whenever they are infected, it takes time for them to go to a health facility to seek help. Instead, they will go about into faith organizations and other places where they can get help behind doors, instead of coming openly to a health facility where they can get antiretroviral therapy.
Why do you think organizations like this are important?
Why do I think they're important? Mm-hmm. I think they're important because they help us realize that people are the same throughout the world, and grandmothers are grandmothers wherever they live, and we need to support each other in that.
I know myself, and I know people still do, forget that the AIDS epidemic is not over in Africa, and there are people who are reeling from that for a number of reasons, not only for having the disease, but for losing their teachers, their nurses, that whole middle group of people that now they're struggling to get education and food, and so it goes on and on, the ripple effect of that. And so we just, it's good to be reminded of these things that we can make a difference on, and they are a challenge out there.
If you want to learn more about the Stephen Lewis Foundation, you can always visit our website, www.stephenlewisfoundation.org, or you can visit the Grandmothers to Grandmothers campaign website at www.grandmotherscampaign.org.